Scan2Fab is a process that we developed way back at the start of the journey for 360. It was aimed primarily at the repair order market to see how we could move away from traditional survey methods by introducing scanners, the handheld scanner and the VLK 360, and to train asset or site personnel in the use of the scanners so that we can minimize or eliminate totally the need for sending additional survey teams out there. So there's a cost benefit to that initially in terms of no need to send additional people, but there's also an additional benefit to that in terms of schedule, because we are getting the information, live data from these scanners, and simply emailing that back into the engineering team and engaging the engineering team in a matter of hours from taking the scan. So where traditional methods of data capture and engineering would take in the region of 3 to 4 weeks to complete, we can do this exactly the same with Scan2Fab in 3 to 4 hours. The handheld scanner itself is an infrared unit, a very versatile unit. It's a piece of equipment that we train inspection engineers or construction people to use on the sites themselves. Training takes approximately 2 hours at a time, and it can capture data very quickly, typically used for single spool or minor modifications to steelwork. The BLK 360 is a more intricate unit. It will take data from much larger areas, so rather than scanning individual pipe spools, you could be scanning modules with this. And the data is then moved into what we call a 3D environment, where the engineering guys will overmodel it. Once it's overmodeled, then the way in which we've configured our software process means that by a simple push of a button, we can auto-generate fabrication and construction deliverables. So that's saving a massive amount of time, and it's minimizing the engineering input typically required to produce these drawings. Scan2Fab doesn't just focus on data gathering and engineering. We look at the whole process, including fabrication and construction, to see where we can make savings in that process. Fabrication as an example, we can include on the auto-generated drawings things like weld identification numbers and weld types. This helps the fabricator with his quality systems, because that's information that's required ultimately when they're doing non-destructive testing. We can also add things like cut lengths for each individual component of the pipework. And that allows the fabricator to take a look at his existing stock or go and purchase materials if necessary. And when you're talking about exotic materials that are costly in the first place, the last thing you want is overload. So also for construction as an example, for 99% of all the jobs we do, we produce what we call a construction work pack. It's a document that's required for the guys offshore, but within that pack there are 3 key elements. One is obviously the drawing to show the guys how to build it. Secondly is the job cards that gives them specifics about the methodology of build, and more importantly the man hours required. And thirdly is the certification required for handover of that job once it's complete back to the operations people. With that in mind, we've taken those 3 elements and we've condensed them to a single A3 sheet, which we call a construction worksheet. So again, we're saving time on engineering, saving time at the dirty end, at the construction end, and it's much more fit for purpose in terms of what we require for repair orders. Finally, is the reporting mechanism. 360 have developed ROD, which is our repair order delivery dashboard. And this can be viewed by all key stakeholders 24/7. It gives you an immediate visual display of either single or multiple repair orders and where they're actually currently sat within the overall process of data capture, engineering, fabrication, shipping, or actually installation and complete as well. In terms of the way we process, the way we work, typically what we've found is that the Scan2Fab process in itself has been so successful that we adopt that through all of our projects now. As I say, early days this was aimed at the repair order market for fit for purpose, quick, cost-effective solutions, but it's actually impacted positively on all of the work that we do. So yeah, the Scan2Fab process in itself is what we do essentially. Yeah.